left. We're ready to go. Stand by. The game is underway. Knocked to Dampier, but Riley hit it on the rise, and Texas Western gets it out of bounds. First time this year that's happened to Riley to hit it on the rise. So Texas Western takes over.
He's 24. There is no 24.
Moving up for Texas Western, breaking down the left. Walker, a foul has been called on Conley. Well, Texas Western has switched the starter on us. The starting lineup we were given was not the one that was used tonight, and the free throw by Worsley is no good and knocked out of bounds to the Kentucky Wildcats. Wildcats getting ready to move now. No score after 20 seconds. Up in the front court, it's on the post to Jarris. On the left to Riley. He reverses, sets one up and down, and then is fouled as he misses the shot. Coming off the post. Pat Riley on the Kentucky free throw line, shooting two, misses. Riley hit. And the Kentucky Wildcats have taken a lead of 1-0. So now we have foul and a goal counts on Texas Western. That was good, and Texas Western's gone ahead 2-1. They get a free throw, and it's good. Texas Western's going to press Kentucky now. Pick up Cron, 2-on-1 in backcourt. He gets it to Conley over the center line. Texas Western is man-to-man. Here it is over to Louis Dampier now. They've got Kentucky outside. Down the right side, it goes to Cron. Cron goes to Riley at the top of the slot. At the free throw line, he pulls up, double team, gets it out to Conley. Conley moves to the left side. Goes to the right side, Dampier. He's on the right with a jump shot. Up and away, it's no good. One step no good by Riley, by Jarris no good. Out to Dampier from 15, it's no good. Tap by Riley, twice no good. And now Texas Western got it. Kentucky cannot hit. Rebound by Latin that time. In the front court now, the ball goes to Worley outside. He gives it over to Hill, who's holding it deep. Texas Western playing three big men on the baseline. The pass goes into Archie. Misses the shot. Down by Jarris, picked up by Riley, fed to Dampier to Conley for a gimme. Fast breaking Wildcats have gone ahead. Our check is tied up 3-3. They match that three-point trip by Shedd. Wesley in front court gives it to Hill. It goes to the left side with a pass to Artis. Then back outside to Hill. Breaks to the left. Conley works one-on-one with Artis. Out to Worsley to the right. Hill back to Artis, top of the slot, moving to the left. Double team. Kentucky's in a 1-3-1 right now. Here's Artis from the left side. Jump shot no good. On the rebound, it's knocked down and picked up by Conley of Kentucky. Conley gives to Cron on the side. He can't get a shot away. Lobs to Riley from 15. It's no good. Texas Western rebound. Pulled off by Flanoy. Flanoy hands it over to Worsley. Down into the right corner, and a long jump shot goes up. No good by Texas Western, but it's taken off by the Miners as Cron loses it. Jump shot at the free throw line, no good, and Cron gets it back for the Wildcats. Takes it off to the left, gets Riley, who was almost out of bounds on the left side. Riley holds it over his head. Game tied after 3 minutes, 3-3. Conley gets it outside. Conley holding it back and out of play, gives it to the left side, out of the guard. Riley reverses, going to the left. Jump shot is up and in. Pat Riley has his first field goal and third point. Kentucky 5, Texas Western 3. Here comes Bobby Joe Hill, a junior from Detroit, Michigan, in front court, a left-hander. Moves to Worsley on the right, guarded by Dampier. Cron out on the point of the 1-3-1 with a high pass going down the right side to Flanoy. Here's a whistle, and walking has been called against Willie Worsley. Ball goes over to Kentucky. Score of 5-3 here in the championship. Utah. In front court, Jarris gets it on the post for Kentucky, off on the right to Dampier. He picks it up, fires, Good. 15 feet off to the side. Roy Dampier with his first field goal, and it's 7-3 Kentucky. Here's Texas Western back in the front court. Willie Worsley lobs to Hyman on the free throw line. Picked off by Flournoy. Given on the side to Bobby Joe Hill, the speed merchant, who's outside with it to Worsley. On the right side and shooting, it is short by Artis, no good. Conley picked up the rebound on the bounce. Out to Dampier. Over the timeline, Dampier comes down the right side. Double team, bounces out to Conley, who throws it over to Riley on the left side. Here she goes from the outside, no good. Rims out, and Texas Western rebound. The ball is out of bounds, opposite Kentucky. Texas Western has Flournoy, who hit the floor on the jump for the rebound. Anyway, Kentucky by 4. We played 4.5 minutes in front court Hill. Down the left side, Conley brushes lightly against Texas Western's Artis. Passes out to Worsley, a high one on the baseline to the left, and shooting, no good by Latin. Taking it off Dampier, brings it to front court for Kentucky. Down the left side, bounce pass Riley. Makes outside, gives inside to Jarrett, gets it back and drops it to Hill of Texas Western. They're running 2-on-2. Hill to the left side, shoots and misses. Dampier gets an off-balance rebound. We played 5 minutes with a score 7-3 Kentucky. Louis Dampier over the center line. Spins down the left side, walks with it. Out of bounds, Texas Western. Well, Kentucky makes back-to-back mistakes, turning the ball over to Texas Western, and they have to set the Texas Western coach down. Steve, here's Bobby Joe Hill in front court for the Miners, picked up by Cron out on the point. He takes it to the left, gives to Worsley. They invite him to shoot off the left wing, but he doesn't want it. Brings it to the right and gives to Hill. Hill moves outside with it. Kentucky has been 1-3-1 defensively all the way. Working back to the right, Hill goes across the defense on the near side, and wide open to put it in is Harry Flournoy. That's the second Texas Western field goal, cuts the Kentucky lead in half. Louis Dampier passing the timeline, goes to Riley on the side, who reverses, comes out to the top of the slot, brings it all the way to the right, can't get clearing for a shot, gives to Cron. Cron gives to Riley under the basket. He comes back with a reverse hook that's no good. On the rebound, Texas Western. Up in the front court, Hill fakes to the left, gets away from Cron, puts it up and short, no good. On the rebound, Kentucky, as Cron picks it up on the bounce. Wildcats running 4-2. Dampier slips and falls, and out of bounds, Texas Western. This floor was so slick, and Dampier comes up limping. The big center has come in replacing Flournoy. 13:45 in the ball game. 7-5 Kentucky, but Texas Western's got a tying trip underway. They're 1-3-1 almost offensively now as they give it on the right side. Pass lobbed on the baseline. Double team, steal by Dampier, but he can't get control of it. And it's been called, and it's an offensive pushing foul by Texas. Pass into Riley, he turns and shoots, no good. On the rebound, Texas Western. Neither team is able to hit. 7-5, Kentucky's ahead. We played to the 13-18 mark of the first half. Outside to Bobby Joe Hill, who lets an 18-footer go up short. Cron got the rebound. Wildcats trying to fast break, and they take it away from Cron, but he gets it back. Double team to the left side to Riley in the corner. Shut off at the baseline. He gets to Jarrett. He's open from 10 feet. Misses the shot. There's a whistle at the baseline. A foul on Texas A. Kentucky has only 7 points. Riley, one shot only. Lets it go good. 8-5, Kentucky leads the Miners from El Paso, Texas. Now the Miners slip back into front court with the ball. Passes down the right side as Artis has come out on the point now to Hill. Over to the left side to Worsley. Slapped down by Cron, picked up and fired by Artis. Short and placed good. Right in the center of it. Looked like it was short as it took off, but it was dead center for Artis. Closed the Miners within 1 point at 8-7. Here's Jarrett breaking down the middle and laying it up, no good. Texas Western. Jarrett shot off balance in. Now Hill drives down the middle. He puts it up, no good, but there's a Kentucky foul. Hill hitting less than 60% for the season, a left-hander. Good to tie the game at 8. So Kentucky has certainly had its big opportunity now to pull to an advantage here in the start of the game and failed to take it. Second shot is good, and Texas Western. Kentucky's mistakes plus inability to hit the outside shot has them down now by a 9-8 score. It's to Jarris on the post. He lobs to Dampier. Dampier from 20 feet misses. Texas Western unopposed for the rebound. So the Miners move back to front court now. They lead 9-8. Artis working with it out front over the hill. Timeout. Texas up starts to play. Bobby Joe Hill out front. Kentucky still in its 1-3-1 defense against the Miners. Worsley holds it against the right side. Gets it off to Artis. Artis goes down the right to Worsley, who breaks from the corner, walking out of bounds Kentucky. 11 minutes, 38 seconds in the first half. Kentucky has been unable to get its fast break operating. They've been able to get the offense out of gear. Texas Western man-to-man as Cron moves in front court. Conley has come off the front lines offensively now. Dampier drives and Hill fouls. That's Hill's first, the third on the Miners. Daniels 2 free throws. Shot is good. Game is tied for the third time. Texas Western takes over. Kentucky has been as far ahead as 4 points. Texas Western by no more than 2 at 3-1. In front court, Hill gives a high one over on the side that's pulled in by Shedd. Back to Hill, to Shedd, 20 feet straight away and shooting. No good. Conley gets the rebound for Kentucky. Has the Wildcats out and running. Cron on the side, breaks in, puts it up too high on the board. Jarris picks the rebound up and misses a dead shot. It falls on the floor, is rolled out of bounds, and they give it. No one was even jumping for that rebound. Everybody was flat-footed as Kentucky seemed to have good shots but couldn't get it in. We played 9 minutes, and Todd Hill of Texas Western lobs to the right side. Worsley, he gives, and a whistle from the baseline. He's walking. Ten minutes, 43 seconds in the first half. The fans, you can hear them almost in a hush, wondering when the two teams are really going to go at each other. Louis Dampier is in front court now for Kentucky. Down the left side to Riley, drops it between his knees, but gets it out. He gives it to Conley. He's way out to the left side, now to Cron. Kentucky has no offensive set at the moment. Jarris in the free throw line, it goes down the left to Riley. Dampier goes through, it's out to Conley, back to Cron from 20 feet straight away. No good with a foul on the rebound. Pushing by Riley of Kentucky, and very thin. The left-handed shooting Neville Shedd connects, breaks the tie, and is taken out of the game. 10-9, the Miners lead. Tommy Cron picked up in backcourt, moves over the center line on Worsley, and then Bobby Joe Hill takes it away from him and goes for a gimme. Texas Western set Cron up beautifully for that one. And it's 12-9, the Miners. They do the same thing to Dampier, and here's Hill with another gimme. Say now, this looks pretty bad. Kentucky has just gone flat-footed. Cron in backcourt. Kentucky's lost that bounce and zip. Gets it to Jarris on the post. He gives to Riley on the left. The jump shot, good. 14-11. Texas Western took it away from Kentucky twice at midcourt for gimme field goals by Hill and blows ahead by 5. Kentucky's just chopped 2 off of it, but the Miners have got a little zip going here now. Here goes Artis to Hill. Off on the left, and shooting is Worsley. No good. Jarris can't get it, but knocks it down to Riley. Riley brings it on over the timeline. Wildcats trying to eat into that 3-point lead. Kentucky flat-footed again. It goes to the pivot, and so Wildcats just... We'll have to wait a while to see what happens. 9 minutes to go, and Texas Western ahead, 11. All right, open under it and dunking it. Texas West Latin. Kentucky stops the game with a timeout. Kentucky takes over in backcourt. This is Claude Sullivan back here at College Park as play in the NCAA championship picks up. Duke won third place by 2 points over Utah. Tommy Cron sets it up. Texas Western ahead 16-11. Kentucky has scored 11 points in 11 minutes. Here's Riley outside. Moves to the right. He's been working the left side. Now it's to Dampier. Dampier to Cron. Down the left side, Riley. Outside Dampier. He's on the left side, wide open at 15 feet and hit. So after the timeout, Kentucky goes to its definite patterns, and Dampier immediately hits from the outside. For the second straight time, Kentucky has moved back to within 3 points, 16-13 the score. Texas Western from the right corner, Worsley, good. Second, that's Artis. His second field goal. For the third time, the Miners are ahead by 5. They begin to hit from the outside now. Dampier over the center line. Gives to the left side, Riley. Riley gives to Jarrett in the free throw line. He's open, and he missed it. Tapped up by Cron, by Conley, no good, and out of bounds, Texas Western. So the Miners have a chance to add to their 5-point lead now. Artis brings it over the timeline. Kentucky still 1-3-1 defensively. Stolen by Cron. And the front court, he's got 3 men trailing him. He gives to Conley from the outside. It's no good. Jarrett has it knocked out of bounds. On the rebound, and it goes to Kentucky, to the right of the basket over the baseline. It was opposite Worsley. Passes into Riley, who fires from 20 feet. No good. Way under the rim. Rebound to Texas Western. They lead by 5 in front court. Hill from 10 feet. No good short, but gets it right back. Fakes and puts it in. Now Texas Western leads 20-13. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable that Kentucky could play 13 minutes and get only 13 points. Here's Conley going to the pivot now and driving down the middle and putting it in and going to the floor. There's a foul on Texas Western. Called against Willie Cager, who came in at the timeout his first. Conley's free throw. Good. And completes a 3-point trip to cut the Texas Western lead down to 4 points. 20-16 as the Wildcats try desperately now to get untracked from a slow start. Dampier fails to steal on Worsley, who goes to the corner to Artis. Knocked down by Dampier, but he fouled him. Dampier's first foul, that's 3 on Kentucky. He's hitting better than 85% this year. Shoots good. Texas Western leads 21-16. They've been as far ahead as 7. Up in the front court, Cron to the right side. Bounces out to Jarrett, who has come off the post. Now to Dampier, can't shoot, gives to Jarrett. He doesn't want to shoot, and it's over to Dampier. On the right side, a jump shot, no good. Tapped up by Jarrett, no good. Rebounding Texas Western. They're out and running. They got Cron backed up, and they lose the ball, and Conley gets it back. Some basketball game for a championship game. Up in the front court, Tommy Cron. To Conley on the free throw line. Jump shot, no good. No rebounding strength at all near the basket. So just unfolding to take it is Latin. The Miners move back to front court. Cron stabbing out on the point, can't reach it. Against Worsley, it goes to Cager. To the right side and shooting from the outside. Latin, no good. Nobody to bother Conley for that rebound. Wild shot. 21-16, Texas Western. 5:45 in the first half. Jarrett goes to the pivot over to Riley. From the left side, no good. Foul on the rebound. Cron of Kentucky. On the free throw line, Texas Western. Shot is good by Artis for his 6 points. 22-16. Texas Western by 6. Conley playing the post has got the ball, but can't get rid of it. Now he finds Riley. Out to Cron. Back to Riley on the left. Stopped by Cager. He gets it out to Conley. Takes it back. A hook by Riley is good. Riley's 8 points. That's the Texas Western lead down to 4 points again, 22-18. Kentucky was ahead by 4. Texas Western's been ahead by 7. Hill, high pass. Goes to the left side, Artis. Back out front now to Worsley. From 20 feet, he fires. Good. That's the first point by Worsley. Cron past the center line, goes to Conley, who's playing the pivot and shooting. Way short. Out of bounds, Texas Western as Jarrett knocks it down. 4:48 in the first half. 24-18, Texas Western. Up in the front court. The Miners set it up now. Down into the left corner. Artist double team. They take it away, Riley, and the jump ball is called. Before Riley took it away. He's 6'1", Riley 6'3", jump on the Texas Western free throw line. Cats have 2 inches advantage. Riley taps it over the head of Bobby Joe Hill to Tommy Cron. Cron moves over the center line. Over to Conley on the right. Larry from 20 feet away misses. On the rebound, there's a foul by Jarrett, we believe. That's right. Dave Latin, who is 0 for 1, is on the Miners free throw line, hitting 69% this year. He's good and gets the bonus. Texas Western leading now by 7. Bonus is good. The Miners pull on ahead by 8 points now. This is the biggest lead they've had. Really Dampier over the timeline. Down the right side to Jarrett, who's playing a forward still. To Cron, to Conley, and the pivot. To Jarrett, he's wide open at 10 feet and got it. First point by Jarrett. Cron still scoreless. 26-20, Texas Western. Hill in front court for the Miners. Gives to Worsley, to the free throw line, Cager. He goes right down the 3-second zone and dumps it. Cager's first point. Quite a move. 28-20, Texas Western. Cron in front court. Over to Jarrett. Back to Cron. Back to Dampier. To Jarrett now, who fires with no rebounding strength, way off balance. And a foul on Texas. Jarrett is on the free throw line. They give him 2 shots. First one is good. Jarrett hitting just under 60% on each. Takes the second one. No good. Texas Western almost battled among themselves and lost it. Now the front court comes over to Hill. Kentucky still 1-3-1 defensively as Hill comes to the left. Cron on the point. Goes down to Cager. On the baseline, jump shot by Latin is no good. Over the rim to Conley of Kentucky. 28-21, Texas Western by 7. Cron from the right side, good. That's Cron's first point of the game. Kentucky moving up to within 5 at 28-23, 2 minutes 50 seconds in the first half. Texas Western in front court on Worsley. Out to Artis, over to Hill. Drives down the middle, gets away from Dampier, Jarrett, and puts it in. Hill took on the entire left side of Kentucky's defense and went right through it. 30-23, Texas Western. Here's Dampier off the right side, jump shot, good. Wildcats pick up outside field goals, first from Clark, now from Dampier, and stay within 5 of the Miners. Hill in front court, double team. Gets one down the left side to Worsley and gets it back outside. Bobby Joe Hill, the guy with all the speed, gives it over to Artis on the right. He fakes Dampier, but can't get enough contact for a foul, so he shoots short. Conley rebounds, drops it, passes it over to Wildcats, move up in front court. Down the left side, Riley. He brings it outside to the right side, to the baseline. Got a screen, there's your shot. Now 3 outside shots. Cron, Dampier, now Riley, and Kentucky's back within 3 points. Trying to settle down and find their steadiness. Hill over the timeline for Texas Western. Picked up with a point man, Cron on a 1-3-1 defense. Texas Western overloads to the right side and works at strong side. Now to Hill off the weak side driving. A foul on Conley. Bobby Joe Hill on the Texas Western free throw line is 2 for... A left-hander, he got it. 1:31, the first half. Texas Western twice ahead by 8. Hill's bonus free throw good, and they lead 32-27. Kentucky has been no closer than 3 points since they fell behind 14-9. Dampier slips away from Hill on the left side, takes the shot twice and doesn't take it, then gives to Jarrett and takes it back. Gets on the right side to Conley, who puts up one to Jarrett, wide open, and he lays it in. Beautiful pass by Wildcats moving now. They've closed the gap to 3 again, 32-29. 4 straight trips for field goals, and Kentucky has battled its way from 8 points down to within 3 and a minute and a half. Here's Cager outside, over to Worsley, now to Hill. To the middle it goes to Cager on the free throw line. Out to Worsley. He gets it back from Hill. Over to Cager. Cron picks him up. He hooks it out to Worsley on the baseline. Moving up the side, Artis. Out to Cager. Deep to Worsley to Hill. Outside Worsley. He exchanges with Artis. Moves to the left side. Bounces now over to Cager, who's come outside. On the left side, Hill. Wide open under the basket. And he almost blew it, though. His left. Lattin's third field goal gives Texas Western another 5-point lead. Riley drives, pulls up sharply and misses. Jarrett taps and misses. Riley knocks it in. 5 straight sets now. Kentucky's put in a field goal, and a shot from midcourt by Cager is no good. It's a half in. And Texas Western leads Kentucky by 3 points. Back here at College Park, Maryland, and Texas Western gets the tap for the second straight half on Kentucky. Up in the front court, Bobby Joe Hill goes to the baseline. Here's the shot put up by Cager, no good. Conley is fouled on the rebound by Lattin. On the free throw line, 1 for 1. Shooting, good. Conley 6 points. The Wildcats are now within 2. This is the closest Kentucky has been since they fell 8 points behind. Texas Western is up in the front court. Down the left side, out front, and then over to Hill on the right side. Deep against Conley. Now Cron picks him up, and the ball is loose. Picked up by Texas Western on a foul on Conley of Kentucky. Worsley of Texas Western hits. And the score is 35-32. Kentucky down again by 3 points. Cron is in front court, double team, gets it out to Dampier. Jarris on the post. It's on the right to Conley. Back to Dampier. Outside Riley. Back to Dampier. He fires from 15. No good. Texas Western's got the rebound. Jarris batted it down, but still controlling the rebound was Neville Shedd. Bobby Joe Hill against Cron. Kentucky still working the zone. Way outside. Way high pass down on the baseline. No one can handle it. We played 55 seconds of the second half. Kentucky gets another shot at Texas Western's 3-point lead. Tommy Cron moving past the center line, hits Conley on the right, out to Dampier. Down the right side, he stops, gives to Jarris in the pivot, and they take it right away from Jarris. Hill breaks up against Conley, dribbles behind his back, gets by Cron, puts it up, no good, rims out of there. On the rebound, it goes to the floor, and picking it up is Riley of Kentucky. Riley up in the front court, gives it over to Cron. Cron blows down the middle, kicks it right to Texas Western, however. That's 2 straight times Kentucky has given the ball to Texas Western, and the Miners now go to work themselves as Jarris now fouls. Willie Cager has not been on the free throw line previously tonight. Cager is hitting 67% this season. He gets 2 shots. First one is good. Texas Western ahead now by 4. Cager sighting and shooting. Good. The Miners pull ahead 37-32. Here's Dampier in front court. Down the right side to Conley. Out to Riley. Moves to the left. Gives it to Cron. Back to Riley in the pivot. They get it away, but he recaptures it. Gives to Jarris wide open in front of the basket, and he banks it in from 5 feet. Jarris with his third field goal cuts the Texas Western lead back down to 3 points. 37-34. We played 2 minutes of the last half. Here's Dampier knocking one loose, but it goes out of bounds to Texas Western. Dampier thought it belonged to Kentucky as Cager tried to save, but it'll be Worsley, a surprise starter, to put it in play to Artis out deep. Artis comes to the right, stays deep. Kentucky has not changed defensively from that 1-3-1. Here it is in the pivot. Moving in, Cager puts it too high on the board. Conley's got a rebound. Wildcats fast breaking. Conley stopped at midcourt, though. Circles and gets it into Riley. Down to the right side. Cron to Conley. Wide open. He puts it in. Fine pass by Tommy Cron. And Kentucky has pulled itself to within 1 point now for the first time. Bobby Joe Hill of Texas Western moving in the front court. Fakes to the right, gives to his left, Cager. Hooks a pass outside to Hill. On the right side, Artis. Cager to the left side. He drives and lays it up, no good with a Kentucky foul. Jarrett. And they may have to make a change. On the line and shooting two, Willie Cager. 17-12 in the ball game, and the shot. Good. Texas Western. Death on the free throw line. They have missed only 1 in 15. Shot. Good. Texas Western pulls ahead, be 9-36. Picking up in backcourt, Kron is double teamed, hooks it over to Dampier, setting up a 4-3 break. Dampier from 18 feet misses. On the rebound, Conley to Dampier on the left. He's open from 15. Good. Ninth point by Dampier, and for the second time, the Wildcats are within 1. 39-38 as we hit the 16:50 mark of the second half. But Texas Western in front court with Cager on the left side, and a jump shot glances off the rim to Dampier as he ties up with Texas Western. Taller on the Texas Western free throw line. Nobody gets to it. Finally, it's knocked loose at midcourt and picked up by Worsley of Texas Western. Jump shot from the left side is good. That's Orson Artis with his 8 points. Texas Western's first field goal of the second half, but their 7th point. Here's Dampier down by 3 to Conley from 18 feet. It is no good, drops off. And it's battled loose on the floor. Riley can't get a hold of it. Now it's jumped. Riley is hit in the head from behind. Now Riley moves out to jump. He's jumping against Worsley. Can't control the tap, though. Texas Western's got it. Worsley is listed as only 5 feet 6. Texas Western up in the front court. On the left side, Worsley takes his shot, no good. On the rebound, Conley is tied up. Artekas Berger. Shedd. Both boys are 6'8". The tap to Conley of Kentucky. Texas Western still leading by 3 points. Over to Tommy Cron. We are in the last 16 minutes of play. Setting it up for Kentucky. They steal it from him as he lofted a pass too soft to handle, and Texas Western's got a 3-2 fast break. Artis holds up outside, though. That's another of the many critical mistakes Kentucky has made tonight. Now Texas Western working it outside. Kentucky still in a 1-3-1. Offensive pushing by Artis of Texas Western. That's his first foul. Second on Texas Western this half. And it turns the ball right back to Kentucky. 4.5 minutes gone in the second half. Up in the front court, down to Kentucky. 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 Texas Western now leads 43-38. Kentucky with chance after chance to pull ahead, just couldn't do it. Dampier down the right to Conley. Out to Riley from 20 feet, open and shooting, no good. On the rebound, Texas Western. So Kentucky in the first 5 minutes this half certainly has had all the opportunities to cash in and can't do it. Now a jump is called by one official, but the other one calls a foul on Riley. The jump, and Hill shoots 2. First one is no good. That's only the second free throw in the game the Miners have missed. They have only 2 field goals this half. Second one is good. Texas Western pulls ahead now by 6 points again. There's timeout, Kentucky. College Park, where Louis Dampier puts it in play to Cron in backcourt. Past the center line. It bounces to Riley on the left. Over to Berger at the top of the slot. Berger has replaced Jarrett with 4 fouls. Conley outside with the ball. Down the right to Dampier, who goes to the corner, takes a jump shot that's good. Goal count. Texas Western foul on Bobby Hill, we believe. Field goal gives him 11 points as he hits double figures. He gets 1 free throw, and it's good to complete the 3-point trip and get Kentucky within 3 points. As on one trip, Dampier is able to cut the Texas Western lead in half. We have 14 minutes, 15 seconds. Texas Western has been on top ever since they broke a 9-9 tie. Out front with the ball, Worsley against Cron, the point man. Gives it over to Cager, who goes down the middle and puts it up. No good, but it's tapped in by Shedd on the side. That's his first field goal tonight. Texas Western moves ahead 46-41. Tommy Cron in front court to Dampier. Dampier cuts to the right. Gets his shot away. No good. Out of bounds, Texas Western, as it bounced over the backboard. Bobby Joe Hill moving unopposed up over the center line. Gives to Worsley, double team by the 1-3-1. Gets it on the right side to Artis. Over to Worsley, to Cager. To the left side, Hill on Conley. Quick jump shot, no good. Latin jump ball as he's blocked by Berger. Shedd and Berger, both 6'8". Shedd whipped him last time. Dampier gets this one. Pulls up in backcourt, gets Cron moving over the center line. To the left side, Conley, outside Dampier. At the free throw line, he lobs to Berger, who takes the shot. Good. Cliff Berger becomes the first Kentucky substitute, and he scores. Texas Western's lead is chopped to 3 again, 46-43. We're in the last 13 minutes. For Texas Western, Cager at the free throw line. He hooks deep to Cager. To the right, Artis. To the free throw line, Cager drops it, gets it back, shifts it over to Worsley, who walks with it. Out of bounds, Kentucky. 12 minutes, 39 seconds to play. Kentucky trailing by 3 points at the half is still down 3 points. Kentucky has been within 1 point. Now Gary Gamble is off the Kentucky bench. Up in the front court, Rupp breaks out to the free throw line in the 3-second zone. A fall-away shot, short. Beautiful tap by Cron. Tommy Cron's first point of the second half. And Kentucky has battled to within 1 point at 12:20 of the second half. 46-45. Hill of Texas Western over the timeline. To Cager. To Hill. He backs away from the point, Tommy Cron, of a 1-3-1 defense. He moves into it now, gives to Cager. Gets it back on the left. Goes down the side to Worsley. Against Riley. Conley picks him up, and there's a foul. Conley blocking, and he has 4 fouls. There will be 1 shot now to Worsley of Texas Western. It's good. Texas Western's missed only 1 free throw in each half, and that's what's got them ahead, 47-45. But Kentucky's got 2 starters, Jarris and Conley, on the bench with 4 fouls. Cron and goes down to Gamble on the right. He gives off to Dampier. Outside Cron, left side Riley. He moves in, puts up a 5-footer, no good. Rebound on the floor to Texas Western, but Cron gets it. Cron, right off the top of the slot, goes to the left corner, Riley. His shot, short. On the rebound, Berger, no good. Texas Western got it now, and walking by Shedd gives it to the pivot foot. 47-45, Texas Western. Riley breaks to the left, back to the basket, double team, hooks to Dampier, there she goes, no good. Way to the right of the basket. Texas Western rebound, Cager in front court, almost walking with it. Off on the right side, out to Hill, timeout, almost walking with it, listed as a starter. Puts it in play to Bobby Joe Hill. Texas Western has twice been ahead by 8 points. They've been as far ahead as 6 points this second half. Here's Cron fouling. That's 6 fouls on Kentucky. Their shooter is Artis. 1 shot good. Well, Texas Western moves ahead by 3 points as we enter the last 11 minutes of the ball game. Tommy Cron, double team, hooks it over to Dampier, moves to the free throw line, gives to the right corner, Gamble. He gives to Berger, now outside to Cron. Jarris and Conley on the bench with 4 fouls. Here's Dampier going down the middle and walking with it. Out of bounds, Texas Western. Bobby Joe Hill moving up over the center line. Kentucky just can't seem to get started. High pass goes over to Worsley, to the middle, Cager, the corner, the shot good. Taken by Artis. That's his 11th point, and Texas Western blows ahead by 5 now. 50-45. Up in the front court, it's down the left side to Riley. On the right side, Cron. He takes a 15-footer. No good. Texas Western gets the rebound, and there's a Kentucky foul. This one on little 5'6" guard, Worsley. Shooting. Good. Gave him a lot of that. Bonus free throw. Good. Texas Western now has their longest lead of the second half. They've moved ahead 52-45. Kentucky almost powerless now to score at this point. Cron in front court goes to Berger. He pivots and gives it back. Now to Conley. Back to Cron. To the middle. Berger almost dropped it, not expecting it. He hands to Dampier. Almost gave that one to Texas Western. Back to Berger. He's not moving and throws it. Now off in the corner, Riley. Kentucky just not moving as they have in the past. Here's Riley with an outside jumper. Good. And that's Riley's first point in the last 10.5 minutes. That's his first point of the second half. Kentucky scored only 11 points in the first 10 minutes of the game. They scored only 14 points in the first 10 minutes of this half. They have certainly been well off in scoring tonight. They're down by 5. Shot from the right, no good for Texas Western. Beautiful rebound by Cron of Kentucky. Passes out to Conley, just moving in. Cron gets it back. Threatens to shoot from 30, but gives it to Conley instead. To the pivot, Berger. Back to Conley. Left side, Riley. One bounce dribble, can't shoot. He gives to Berger, who drops it. Conley recovers. Back to Berger. Turnaround jump shot. That's no good. Beautiful tap by Willie Dampier. Dampier taps in his 7th point of the half. Kentucky battles back to within 3. 52-49. 8.5 minutes to go. Cager of Texas Western. Now down the hill on the right. Jump shot goes up good. 17 points for Hill. Texas Western ahead by 5, 54-49. Berger on the post gets a pass. On the left side, Riley. Riley takes the jump shot. No good. Cron taps it in. Cron 6 points. 54-51. Texas Western by 3 with 8 minutes to play. Texas Western broke a 9-9 tie with a free throw, and Kentucky hadn't caught up since. Here's a shot good from the side by Artis. Texas Western leads. Dampier walking up the backcourt, breaks into a trot. Jarris waiting to get back in for Berger. Down the right to Conley. Outside Cron, back to Conley. Kentucky not hitting from the outside now. They've knocked in 2 rebounds to keep with Texas Western. On the right, Cron throws it to Texas Western. That brings Rupp storming off the bench as the mistakes have got to stop. Either that or it's curtain. Hill hits again from the outside. 58-51. Kentucky falls behind by 7. Cron gives to the post, Berger. He holds it, waiting for something. Hands to Dampier. Right side jump shot, off balance, no good. Western's got it. 3-1 fast break on Cron. Outside, it's a goaltending. No, they don't call goaltending on that, although Ladden went up above the rim. Moving ahead by 9 points now. These are big trips for Kentucky as talent moves in front court. Hits Jarris on the post. Off on the left to Riley. He moves out to the free throw line. Throws it right to Texas Western. So the mistakes continue. And the Miners roll on in the front court. Hill on the left side. Throws it back deep. Texas Western spreads out now. They apparently are going to start working on the clock a little bit. Here's a steal by Riley, who takes it away from Texas Western's Bobby Joe Hill. Brings it to front court at the free throw line, hooks it over to Talent. Jump shot, way short, just barely hit the rim. Texas Western's got it back. 6:09 to play. Texas Western has a 60-51 lead. Up in the front court, it's down to Cager, double team. He slips away from him. Gives it to Worsley, who walks with it. Out of bounds, Kentucky. Bob Talent moving back now to front court for Kentucky. Hits Jarris on the post. Off the left, Riley. Outside to Talent. Down the left, Riley. Jump shot. Good. That's Riley's second field goal this half. 60-53. Texas Western has a 7-point lead. 5:25 to go. Dampier fails to steal on Hill. Goes to the free throw line. There's a whistle outside. Palming the ball. Kentucky gets it out. 5 minutes, 21 seconds to go. Bob Talent bounces into Louis Dampier. Dampier over the center line. Goes to Jarris. Gets it back. Knocked out of bounds by Texas Western. Bob Talent will put it in play for Kentucky to the left of the basket over the baseline. Lobs it in to Riley with a whistle from the outside. A Texas Western foul. Cager pushing his third foul. 5:13 to play. Riley shoots good. Gives him 17 points. The score is 60-54. Texas Western leads by 6 points. Bobby Joe Hill against Talent through the center court jump circle. Here's to Cager. They double team him, punch it out of bounds, give it to Kentucky. Louis Dampier into Talent. Kentucky gets another shot with 5 minutes to go now. Talent throws it to Texas Western. Clear over the head of Jarris, and another costly error right here in the clutch. This timeout's charged to Texas Western, and they've had a 9-point lead this second half. Passes into Willie Cager. Talent goes after him. He gives over on the side to Worsley. Drives into the 3-second zone. Passes out. Jump shot from the side is good. Off the backboard by Worsley. Worsley's first field goal of the half. 62-54. Miners lead by 8. Talent to Conley. On the left side, a jump shot. Good. Barry Conley's 10th point. 62-56. Texas Western takes possession. Passes into Hill. Texas Western slowing it down now. They want to eat up as much as possible on the clock. He's triple teamed, and Jarris takes the ball away from him. Over to Dampier. Fast break. Dampier on the left side. Puts it up, and it's no good. There's a foul. Artis shooting 1+ for Texas Western hits. Story on this game very likely is going to end up being free throw shooting. One of the stories. There'll be several on this one. Artis is good again. 64-56. Bob Talent in front court. Wide to the right. Gives to Jarris, who breaks for the basket and puts it up no good. Taps it up no good, and Texas Western rebounds. 3:55 to play, and Kentucky now is down by 8 points. Here's Cager of Texas Western. Over to Hill. He gives, and Dampier fouls. Certainly, when you start analyzing this game, the large number of mistakes will be a big factor. Latin hits and gets the bonus. Second shot good. Texas Western now has opened up a big 10-point lead, the longest of the game. Dampier in front court. Gives to Jarris on the post. The Talent. 18-foot jump shot. No good. Foul on the rebound. This one's another one on. This one's on Texas Western, they say. Dampier hits. 66-57, Texas Western. Talent fouls. Trying to punch the ball away and fouling. Kentucky. They've been as far ahead as 10 points. Another Kentucky foul. Dampier. That's 4 on. Shot is good. Bonus shot good. 68-57, an 11-point lead, the biggest of the game, and this looks like it's going to be the easiest game Texas Western's had in the NCAA. They've had a double overtime with Kansas. Here's Talent missing. Dampier with a rebound shot. No good. Texas Western's got it. Cager falls out of bounds with it, though. 3:06 to play. Bob Talent will put it in place. Passes deep to Riley, who's wide open at 18 feet, and got it. Riley's 19th point. 68-59, Texas Western. Up in the front court now, they begin to stall around outside. Talent working with Artis. Goes to the left corner, Hill. He comes up through the middle of the defense to the outside. Now foul. This one's on. Hill shooting 1+. No. He gets his own rebound, though. Another foul on Kentucky. Conley gets this one, and he's out of the game with. So here we see one of the real fine college basketball careers as Larry Conley walks off the floor for the. Shot is missed again by Texas. After the issue is almost settled, they in front court Riley. Shoots from the left side, no good. Nobody gets the rebound until Dampier outside ends up with it and is fouled as he misses by Hill. 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Dampier hits. Kentucky had lots of opportunities tonight, especially early in the game, to go well ahead. But Kentucky only hit 37% in the first half. 68-61, Texas Western by 7. Here's Hill working his way, lays it up, no good. Put up again, no good. Now Latin lays it in, good. No count. Jarris fouls, and he's out of the game. So at 2:06, Jarris leaves. All in the game. Riley and Berger represent the size. Latin shoots 1, that's good, and a 3-point trip puts Texas Western ahead 71-60. Louis Dampier on the right to Lemaster, gets it back, jump shot out of the right corner, no good. Rebounding Texas Western. Cager tied up. Well, Willie Cager showboats and gets tied up for the second straight time. You know, Texas Western, if you were trying to describe them, would to us be a team that would be so almost disorganized that they are almost impossible to play against. Latin does the splits that everything moves with the pivot foot. They're in the stall with 1:38. Lead by 10. Lemaster jars one loose, but Ken gets control. Hill puts it over, and Lemaster steals to Talent. Up in the front court. They take it away from him. Walking. 71-61, Texas Western. Berger on the pivot, turns and takes a jump shot. Good. Berger's fourth field goal, or fourth point rather, 2 field goals. Texas Western's lead is 8 points. They get it in front court. A minute. It's in the right corner to Artis. Collides with Dampier. Steps out of bounds. 1:02 left. Dampier to Talent. Past the center line. Down the right side. Talent to Lemaster. He's got a gimme. Artis rebounds to Texas Western. To Cager. To front court. And over to Hill, who backs away from shooting position. 40 seconds separates Texas Western from an NCAA championship. Now they're putting on the dribbling act. We're number 1 is the big yell from Texas Western. As they put on the stall, 22 seconds. Now foul on Kentucky. 71-63. Cager on the free. Shot no good, rebounded by Riley. He throws it right to Texas Western. And fouls Hill as he goes in. Hill on the free throw line for Texas Western. Shooting no good. There's another one coming. Fouled in the act of shooting. Only 15 seconds left in the back. Second shot. Kentucky has 5 more field goals than Texas Western. Dampier lays in his 7th. And now Kentucky has 6 more field goals. But still trailing 72-65, and the ball game is over. Louis Datcher sits down right in the middle of the floor. Pat Riley stands dejectedly looking at the floor as Kentucky has lost the championship game for the first time in their history.